ancestry.
We identified her as being probable black. However, she neatly falls into categories of Hispanic and American white females as well.
That will make it even more difficult for forensic artist Kelly Lawson.
When bones are brought to me, it becomes my responsibility to then mold a face.
Lawson will use the skull, genetic information, and evidence found at the scene to figure out what the woman looked like.
The first thing I'm going to do when I get her is just spend some time looking at the skull, looking at what's unique about her. I'll maybe follow the nasal bones to try to determine how unique her nose is.
What is unique are the two pieces of jewelry investigators believe belonged to her, a ring and a butterfly pendant.
It appears to be a necklace pendant and has small white gems within it.
It's a beautiful charm. Hal hopes will trigger a memory, lead to an identity, and perhaps even solve a horrific crime.
The first step is to identify her. Then once we can identify her, we can work a victimology, find out where she's from, who she associates with, and try to get an idea where she was last seen, who she was last seen with.
Was she a mother, a wife, a beloved friend? Her bones give us clues, and she will soon have a face. But Hal hopes you can give back what time has tried to forever take away: her name. Rebecca Lindstrom, 11 Alive Investigators.
What a tough living that would be, trying to put together the puzzle of these lives that were, that are no more.
A very special expertise, too. We will keep that story currently alive, as Rebecca Lindstrom continues to look into it. We have had rocky weather all week.
It has been a wild week. In fact, it only makes sense that we would enter the weekend, again, battling rain clouds once more.
Yeah, we've got these storms that have been moving through, and many of them prompted severe thunderstorm warnings. We have numerous reports of tree damage over North Georgia from these strong winds, and the saturated ground that we have out there makes it kind of easy for some of these trees to come down. Things are diminishing somewhat as they move over to the east. We still have this one cell that we're watching very closely right along I-20 that's moving through Newton County, now over into Morgan County, over near Madison there along I-20. Heavy rain with this. This did prompt a severe thunderstorm warning earlier, but it's a little weaker now as it's moving over to the east. Some heavy rain, gusty winds with it. We've got a couple of lightning strikes in association with that right now as well. A few more of these storms extending up to the north here through Gainesville, just general light rain, and then a little line trying to develop now again with a few moderate to heavy showers, and that stretches back into Alabama as well. A few lightning strikes with that in Alabama too. As this moves through North Georgia overnight, we don't expect these to be severe. Just don't be surprised overnight if you hear a few areas of rain and maybe a little bit of thunder and lightning. Now, all of these dots that you see right here indicate where we had some wind damage or strong winds from these storms that we had out there tonight. So numerous reports all around of some of the trees that came down in some spots. As we mentioned earlier, this rain in association with this, the swirl right up here, this is what is left from Tropical Storm Cindy, that area of low pressure that's causing some of these showers and enhancing that as it moves through. There's a cold front out to the west that's also pushing our way. That is going to increase our rain chances once we get into tomorrow. Here's a live look. We're looking over Gwinnett Arena, and we were seeing some rain there, light rain in Gwinnett right now, nothing really major. And look at these clouds. Another day of crazy clouds sent in by 11 Alive Community Storm Trackers. This is from Brandy Ruff between Villa Rica and Dallas, as the clouds that were coming there near the Paulding Hospital. And this is from Karen Coursey from the Woodstock area, where you can see some of those clouds that we had there that looked really ominous as well. And then this is a shot from Mark Jelonic in Sandy Springs. Again, more of these dark clouds, crazy, low-hanging clouds that we had out there for tonight. Tomorrow, another chance for some showers around. Let's take a look at what we're watching as we go through the daytime hours tomorrow and overnight as well. We've got a flash flood watch in effect. This doesn't expire until tomorrow evening. All of North Georgia, Metro Atlanta, and just south of I-20, you're in this watch. With our saturated ground, more rain is going to be adding to some runoff, so you need to watch those flood-prone areas. For the rest of the night tonight, the Storm Prediction Center just has that marginal risk over to the east, and we think that's going to diminish. And then for tomorrow, the marginal risk from Atlanta over to the east, including Athens and Macon, and over toward Augusta, with an isolated stronger storm possible. These storms dying out now as they move to the east. Now, overnight and in the morning, a couple of spotty showers. Some could have some heavy rain in association with them early, and then going through through the day, as this front approaches, we're going to see scattered showers at lunchtime. After lunch, some scattered showers around, really from the Atlanta area down to the south, and then everything moves away. Some of those could be strong. Late Saturday night, look what happens. That north wind comes in. Sunday, we're going to see a few clouds mixing in with the sunshine, but drier air arrives, decreasing clouds, and finally some quieter weather as we move into next week. So still some rain, storms possible tomorrow. We've got 84 for a high Sunday with decreasing clouds. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 11s on the wasometer with highs in the lower 80s. Back to 84 Thursday with a few more clouds and then some scattered showers on Friday. Summer pattern for the beginning of July, the 1st through the 4th here with our 11-day look ahead. Afternoon pop-ups possible with highs near 90 each day as we begin July. So let's get through tomorrow, and then by Sunday, things start looking better.
Wonderful to hear. Chris, thank you very much. Actor Johnny Depp, he's being criticized on social media after making some rather controversial comments about the president. Depp was speaking during a music festival in the UK where he raised the prospect of the president being assassinated. The actor went on to say, quote, "I'm not an actor. I lie for a living. However, it's been a while and maybe it's time."
John Wilkes Booth jokes weren't funny 160 years ago.
No, they still fall flat.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, today is Take Your Dog to Work Day, and people are celebrating on social media. Of course, there's nothing like celebrating on social media, for that matter. These are a few of the dogs around Metro Atlanta.
And in our newsroom,
And we
right?
had a few of them in our newsroom as well today. They were welcome guests. We always enjoy having small poodles and you know, a lot of small dogs in here.
One of the regulars is so well behaved when he comes to visit.
The one on, yeah, we had.
He
we
was
had
there.
him up
There he
for a
is.
minute.
There
There
he
he
is,
is on the
second
right
one.
side. The name is Beanie, and that is a chill dog.
Oh, he's an awesome dog.
It's an
Very
awesome
friendly.
dog, yeah. Zola the gorilla is in a Dallas zoo and is bored, is hanging around in a kiddie's pool and doing the kinds of things
Wow.
that are somewhat troubling. If you are a zookeeper, I want to keep my distance from Zola. How about that?
What message? Is Zola happy? I mean, it looks happy, but maybe that's not a sign of happiness.
It's like that scene from Flashdance. Do you
That's what it
remember
reminds me. Jessica Biel, Jennifer Biel? Yes, Ms. Biel.
that? You remember that?
Yes, of course I do.
Okay.
Yes, Maniac.
It didn't remind you of that?
It did, but then being the animal rights person I am, I worry about the gorilla.
I'm with you.
Yeah, all right.
I'm
Coming
worried
up,
too.
we are going to take you on a behind-the-scenes tour of Atlanta's first significant film and television studio complex. That's coming up.